Hello, what on earth is this? I hear you ask. Now, either you love dolls or you really find them quite spooky and disturbing, or perhaps you're totally indifferent to them. This is for people who have an interest in 1960s and some 1970s dolls. For I have a collection of them. I'm not really a collecty kind of person, but a lot of these come from my own childhood. I was a very fortunate child that my parents gave me a lot of beautiful things that I cherished and looked after, and so they're still in very good condition and I love them. And I thought for those people who aren't interested in dolls, they might like to meet a few of them. For instance, this is my original, the lady in the blue flowery dress is my original Mary Quant Daisy, wearing Swiss Miss. There you go. And next to her is another Mary Quant Daisy who's looking a bit woebegone and quite different to mine. But that's one I bought later on, and she's wearing a dress called Lola, designed by Mary Quant. And that's another doll wearing a Mary Quant dress, and so is that one. But I'm not sure as to what these dolls are called. Maybe somebody could enlighten me. But I haven't got any comments on my videos, so I don't know how you're going to tell me. So I think this doll might be called Mary Quant Havoc, but I'm not sure. Anyway, I know who this one is. This is Tressie. Tressie was an enigma at the time, or a phenomena, or a sensation, because she had a tuft of hair that came out of the top of her head and a little key in her abdomen, and when you twisted it round, the ponytail grew out of her head and was supposed to wind back in when you turned the key the other way, but usually that didn't work for very long, even if you were very gentle, as I was, and she just ended up with a tuft of hair coming out of her head that wouldn't retract back in again. But there you go, she's very lovely, and she's wearing a rather fine outfit. Don't ask me where that came from, because I have no memory of it at all. This kind of slumped person here, hello, can you perhaps, I don't want to show my hand for aesthetic reasons, it's not a very pleasant hand. This is she doesn't sit up very well because she's got bendy joints, so she tends to slump over, but that's Action Girl, who came in a really foul, it's actually behind her, but she came in a really foul acrylic flary jumpsuit which offended my sensibilities quite profoundly, so I've changed her into this pastoral outfit, which is much more fitting. However, she is Action Girl and she is very jointed and wants to get up and go and get out of this costume I put her in probably. Next to her is a 1960s Barbie from America. Unfortunately, she had a bit of a hair accident. Now, you find with a lot of these dolls that they've had hair accidents with children cutting their hair and trying to dry their hair, and I think my poor Barbie had such a similar experience, but she is actually quite well preserved and wearing an original Barbie outfit, I do believe. I have down there a Barbie case, an original 1960s American Barbie case, which is rather marvellous, but I have forgotten to put it on show. Take my word for it. Next to her is an American Skipper doll. Skipper is Barbie's little sister, I think that's correct, isn't it? Yeah, unfortunately she has some sort of eye complaint. I don't think yeah, there she is. She's got some, she looks either very, very tired, she's got purple eyeshadow on, or she's just gone a bit wrong. But she's wearing her very early 1960s, I think, swimsuit, which is all rather lovely. Right, who should we look at? Behind her is another Skipper doll, in much better condition except for her hair, which has gone a bit wrong, and she's wearing a lovely, I love skating outfits, she's wearing a fantastic skating outfit. There she is, isn't she fine? Now we have a miscellaneous, this is going to be difficult because I'm crouching over, we have a miscellaneous selection here. We have some Penny Bright dolls. Can we see you? She's got the most lovely face. If my hand wasn't quite so grotesque, I'd reach over and do this so you could see her, but there she is in her check coat and red dress. Very cute, 1960s again. Next to a 1960s Sindy clone wearing one of my original pink velvet outfits. And the lady at the front that you can see smiling in the bottom right hand corner is also a Penny Bright, I think. Or she might be a clone Penny Bright. There are some clone dolls around here. There's some more Penny Brights over there in Fairy Glen outfits. Wasn't that lovely? You get Fairy Glen outfits for your dolls. And let's just go back here. I don't want to dwell on them too long because you might not really be that interested. There's Sindy clones in my original costumes. I love the 1960s clothes. I did not like the 1970s clothes with flares and nastiness, but the 1960s clothes with the tapered leg trousers and the really funky prints were very nice indeed, and they're made of cotton rather than some horrible... See that thing down there? That red thing, that's Action Girl's horrible acrylic jumpsuit. It just shows you the difference between the 60s and the 70s. Things are just taken a turn for the more tacky. Anyway, this one here is a Monique doll. I can remember the day my mum bought me a Monique doll. She was not expensive, but she came in this rather superb mod outfit of a PVC raincoat and dogtooth check trousers. She's very good. I like her a lot. She looks like she should be in the Avengers or something. And then we have another Sindy clone in a very pretty dress, and various other Sindy clones too. That one has a bit of a head issue going on. She's kind of getting a bit sparse on top there and doesn't want to look at me, and neither does she, because they're not in the best of conditions, so we'll leave them there. This one is a Patch clone, but we'll come back to Patch in a minute. In fact, we'll come back to Patch right now when we go... Okay, here's section number 2. You're thinking, you spoilt brat, you had all these dolls. Well, no, I've collected a lot... Falls over. Embarrassing. I've collected a lot of these since, but some of them, yes, they were mine, and I treasured them, and I looked after them very well, so... I'm not ashamed to say that I had all these things. You know, that's... I didn't have a lot of other things in other ways, but I had these, and I was very blessed in that respect, and here they are. I can show you them. This is Patch. She's not in a very good condition. She was not one of mine, one I bought later. It's very difficult to buy these now because the prices have been hoiked up so ridiculously, so you tend to get the ones with defects. And I think she's got a gammy eye and her hair's not looking too good, but she's wearing a Red Riding Hood outfit. And that was mine, and I managed to keep the little basket of fruit, which I think is a collectible thing. If you can manage to keep the accessories that go with these things, then you're doing quite well. Because most people lose them. That little pile there is Patch's swimming outfit. It has water wings, one sandal unfortunately, and a little band and a towel. So yes, I was quite good at collecting things. This doll here, that's just so cool. She's not a Patch clone. She's just a doll of the 60s of Patch size, but I just think she's in a Patch outfit, which I think is called At Home or something like that. Lazy Days. I should know these things, but I don't. So anyway, I think she looks rather cool in her shades. She's groovy. I love these 1960s things, but I've said that already. This one is Peppa. Peppa is like a Patch. She's Tammy's little sister. Tammy was the original Sindy, but she was American. Sindy was really copied off Tammy in America, and they were beautifully made. I don't think I've got a Tammy doll, but I have Peppa, her little sister, and she's so beautiful. The colours have still stayed really perfect on her, and she's wearing a very rare outfit of Patches, which is, I think it's a Mamselle outfit, and it's Easter, I think, but it's unusual to find it. Unfortunately, I gave her little handbag away, so I haven't got the complete outfit, but she's still got most of it. And there's another Peppa doll. Oh, I'm going to have to just tweak you a minute. That's another Peppa doll there. She's wearing a Patch hockey outfit, and I've still got the hockey stick. There's the end of the hockey stick that goes with it. So yes, I'm doing quite well in terms of my outfits, but her hair's a bit... Peppa, let's have a look at you. Her hair's suffering a bit now. Behind Peppa we have an original Patch. This is actually Cindy's little sister Patch in her school days outfit. Oh, I wish I'd moved them a bit more. Hang on. So you can see them. There you go. There's lovely Patch in her school days outfit. which should have in the satchel an inkwell and a pair of glasses and a little book, but mine didn't because I bought them afterwards when I was collecting as an adult to try and finish off their things, and it was quite hard to get hold of those things because they're the sort of things that children lose, little inkwells and books and glasses and so forth, so they don't really exist in great quantities, and people that are selling them want huge prices for them. So my Patch's satchel is empty, but she's still okay. Next to her, I'm not sure. I'd say this was a Sindy clone. It's not a Sindy, it's a Sindy clone, and she's wearing the Sindy's original bowling outfit. It's got an S on the chest for Sindy, and that has got the Skittles and the bowling ball. You can see the Skittle there between her legs, which could be rather a provocative thing now I've thought about it, so please ignore that, we'll move on. Okay, behind Patch Schoolgirl, oh she's so lovely, is another little blonde Patch wearing a tobogganing outfit. I haven't got the toboggan anymore, but I've got the mittens and everything else, so that's lovely. I do like these winter outfits. Being a wintry person, I like these wintering outfits. And talking of which, here is a proper Sindy, an authentic Sindy, not a clone. And she is wearing a skiing outfit with bits of... Oh no, she's not. She's got skates on. She's a bit of a combo. She's got bits of skiing and bits of skating. But who knows, you know, maybe she'll need them. And next to her is another Patch clone, hiding under a rakishly tilted sou'wester. That's an original Patch outfit. The Patch outfits were made so well. Some of them were designed, like I'll come to the one on the end, by a duo called Tuffin and Foal, who were very top designers in the 60s. They designed some of Sindy's clothes, so it was important at the time what Sindy was wearing. She was a very fashionable person. So I'm not sure whether Tuffin and Foal designed this country walks outfit. I don't think they did. The brown jacket and the plaid skirt, which looks a bit mumsy, I think, but they were so well made. They were pedigree, and they were just, you know, everything was... This is why they've lasted so well. They were incredibly well made and beautifully done. This is my original Sindy, the blonde hair. She's got beautiful hair. Her hat has fallen down the back of the cupboard. She had a full BOAC, that's her little bag down on the side there, air hostess outfit. I loved that. I thought it was great. I didn't quite know what to do because she had no plane, but the outfit looks great. I'm really happy with that. And next to her is a Sindy clone. You can tell the difference. Not quite as good quality, but she's wearing the Tuffin and Foal rainy days. Oh, I wish I knew the actual term. I'm not that, you know, I'm not that much of an aficionado that I know every name of every outfit, but that is a Tuffin and Foal designed raincoat for Sindy. So she was the best dressed doll. Although she wasn't the most original doll, because as I said, and you can see this is a very original, this Sindy, the one in the air hostess outfit is slightly later. This original 1960s Sindy looks very much like the Tammy doll from America. It was a very direct rip-off, really. It was very naughty of Pedigree to rip off the Tammy doll quite so badly, but still, they're both good. Just moving along here, there's a box that one of my Patches came from, Sindy's little sister. Quite unusual to have a box because obviously boxes get destroyed. And here is a very rude man with no bits, who's meant to be Sindy's boyfriend, but I haven't got any clothes for him. And he's rather strange. Sorry, I hate insulting you, mate, but you're a bit strange because his hair's moulded. How can you have a moulded hair boyfriend, Sindy? Yours is all lovely and his is moulded. So he's languishing there until I can find him an outfit. I've heard there's one called Motorway Man, which is like some check trousers and a little cord jacket and a flask. Which I think when motorways were the thing in swinging times. The modern new thing. Anyway, he hasn't got any clothes yet, so he stands there bashful, and I should cover his nakedness, but, you know, no, he's actually not that bothered. Look, he's quite smug, I think. He shouldn't be, but he is. Anyway, moving on to what's in front of it. There's more. I'm going to have to get down here. Hi. This is Pippa's house, or at least part of it. That's Brit. This is an original Pippa's house. Crammed with a variety. I'm going to show you some of the detail here. We've got Pippa's teeth. Focus, please focus, 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 focus now. Thank you. Well, you're vaguely focused. That's Pippa's TV, Pippa's record player, Pippa's coffee pot. Now, Pippa was very 70s and very popular. Most children had a Pippa, but one. I had quite a few. I'm probably seeming like a real spoilt child here, but honestly, I'm not. I'm just somebody that just loved things and had very, very loving and generous parents. So I'm very lucky, and I'm very glad that they're still here. Anyway. That there with the green bag is an original Pippa. That is next to her is a Rosemary, who you got free if you collected petals off a Pippa box. Next to her is a different kind of doll called a Dawn doll, who were kind of like the clones of Pippa, but they were lovely in their own right. That's Denise. They were from a model agency. That's Daphne. I'm not sure who she is in the dress next to her. On the seat there we have Tammy, who is one of Pippa's friends. See the portfolios on these dolls' laps. This is Melanie and Dinah. Well, these two Dawn dolls came from the Dawn model agency, and inside those there are actually photographs of their modelling. It's really amazing. If my hands weren't so rubbish, I'd show you one. Oh, go on, just try. Hang on. There you go. I'll just put one out there. Focus. Yeah. Inside the portfolio you have little modelling photographs of Melanie and Dinah. That's amazing. Next to them we have two more Pippa dolls. Please focus. That's Marie and Penny. Particularly fond of Penny. She looks like Jane Asher in the 60s or something. The problem... Please focus. Please. Please. Oh, sorry. There you go. They were lovely. The problem with them though was that by the 70s the clothes had got a bit more iffy, whereas the Sindy clothes in the 60s were really great and made of nice fabrics and not had flary trousers, which I find offensive. But still, they're still lovely in their own way, and a record of their times where they had orange flowery wallpaper and so forth. And here we'll just move into the kitchen, which is the only other room in the house where things are very full. Now these are clone dolls wearing clone clothes, so they were the very cheap end of the market, and the clothes are made of quite nasty fabrics, but still they're included. And there are two Dawn dolls over there, Dale and Melanie, wearing Pippa clothes, and that's Connie washing up or looking into an ice bucket, I'm not quite sure. And the table is set with some salad and things, but in the oven there's some rather hideous plastic meat, which I should really take out because it offends my sensibilities. Yeah, so I just thought that is totally not what I normally do, but to somebody who this might be a bit of nostalgia, or maybe there's another collector out there, it's not purely all about art. I just thought I'd share them with you because they're so nice, aren't they? Well, not if you're a bloke, or maybe you... No, I take that back. Maybe if you are a bloke, you can still appreciate them. That's rubbish. Of course you can. What a stupid, conventional thing that was to say. It's not my thinking at all. Anybody can enjoy these for what they are, of their time, for their style, because things aren't made like this anymore. That Barbie dress is absolutely made beautifully, and it's so stylish. And to have Mary Quant and Tuffin and Foal actually designing dolls' dresses was, it was a whole different time when things were cared about a little bit more, I think. Not so disposable. Hence why there are so many of these still around today, because they were just so wonderful and treasured, because people only had a few of them and they really valued them. But sadly, there are lots of collectors around, so completing your collection is quite difficult.